All right, everyone, welcome to my page. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. My name is Rashad King, and I am an Orisha priest, crowned Oya. Chengo is my daddy. I'm also scratched in Palo Mayambe, working with the mighty Sarah Banda, who is a great shaman and warrior known for being able to break any curse. And I also practice hoodoo. Remember, this is a general message, so only take what resonates. I should only be telling you things that your spiritual team should have already revealed to you. If they haven't revealed this to you yet, then of course it will not resonate. So go ahead and just ignore me and just take all of the other things that you learned from these videos. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, guys, so before we get into this reading, just a couple of things. Remember, if you are trying to book a session, the website is always going to be in the description. So always check the description so that you can get the link to my website. The website is going to have spiritual products that you can buy, such as oils that you need for your candles, come to me oil, money oil, the whole 9 yards. It's going to have spiritual bath. It's going to have protective necklaces, protective jars, mojo bags, as well as different services, your rituals, your ceremonies, as well as your cleansings. So if you're interested in any of those things, you can go check out the website, as well as reading material. I know a lot of people are always hitting me up saying, hey, you know, what should I read to learn more about the ancestors, to learn more about the Orishas? Go to my website and purchase my ebook. All of those things are available on my website. All right, y'all, what's up? Honestly, I wasn't even going to do a reading today, but with so many emails and stuff that I've been getting, and some people are going crazy, I was like, you know what, let me do a reading. This is a good time to check in, do a reading, see what the energy is like, and see what spirit is going to want to talk about. The basis of people reaching out to me, because you guys already know I don't check my social media anymore. So my Instagram DMs I don't check, my Facebook DMs I don't check, my TikTok I don't check. Normally when clients reach out to me is always through email now, or booking a reading. And I always suggest booking a reading. I do not normally, I'll look at the email and not respond. I do not like talking to people without doing divination, without seeing what's in your energy. I need to see what's in your energy first to see what it is that you're really going through. Because just because you're telling me you're going through this and that and all of this other stuff, it doesn't mean that this is actually reality. It doesn't mean maybe it could be something completely different. And that's why I like doing readings, to see what's in the energy first before giving any type of advice. But I think a lot of times what we like to do is we like to do shortcuts. Instead of, paying for a reading, we just want to say, oh, well, just give me this advice. Nobody can really give you advice if they're not going into your energy to see what's really going on, to see if you really got witchcraft on you, to see if, your ex is doing something. Divination is very important, and it's a step that just can't be skipped. I really suggest that all of you, and it's not the fact for just getting money, I really suggest all of you getting the book, The Emerging Butterfly. This is my very first book. The Emerging Butterfly, it goes over the things that a lot of you are going through now, which is an awakening. And in this period, it teaches you a lot of things that you need to do. And it's a lot of steps that we try to skip. And then when we start getting a lot of, backlash, that, we start going into these psychosis and all of this other stuff, we're wondering why, because we're not following the steps. We're not doing the things that we're supposed to be doing. The one chapter that I really love and I hear, and I think it's chapter 17, that it talks about spirituality and laziness, that those two cannot coexist. You can't do shortcuts through with anything when it comes to spirituality. it's the same way when I'm doing divination. Oh, and if you want to order the book, you can order the book on Amazon. When I'm doing divination, I never skip steps. Candles are always lit. I got my 2 candles. I got my 2 incense going, which is cleansing the space. And then Florida water is very important, that you take it, you rub it on your hands, the back of your neck, which is a really good space for Egun, spirit guides, and ancestors. And this is how you protect yourself, and you always have a covering over your head. And if you have your spiritual bracelets, your elekes, you want to wear those, because whenever you're doing divination, you're actually tapping into the spiritual realm, and you don't want to open these doors without being protected, because that's when things can jump up on you and all types of stuff. And so I know a lot of people is just like, they have tried tarot cards and it's like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. It's just a gateway, and a lot of things start happening once I did it. Well, did you do it right? Did you light your candles for the spirits? Did you do your incense to cleanse the space? Did you put a covering over your head so nothing will attach to you? Did you wear your spiritual necklaces and everything for protection? Where it's like, if you didn't do it the right way, I can kind of see how it can go left field. I think that we have a lot of people that is balancing Christianity and spirituality, because in Christianity it say, well, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is pray. Jesus paid the way. But yet almost every last one of my clients are Christian. As soon as they get witchcraft on them, they don't run to the church. They don't tell the pastor to lay hands on them. They don't tell the pastor to get rid of it. They always come to the spiritualist. They come to the spiritualist and they say, I need you to get this off of me. I need you to cleanse me. And then the moment that we do it, that's when they go back to the church, and then it's like, oh, fuck spirituality. It happens all the time. We don't take it personal. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, spirituality is not a gateway for negative things to happen to you. Spirituality is the gateway to remove these things that's happening in your life. And, I think that, especially when it comes to the Orishas have, the worst rep, because, we think that the Orishas is just sending us so much negative energy and stuff like that. But sometimes it's that you have the Orisha and you're doing things and you never took the time to study. You never took the time to study the Orishas, where I've seen posts where people have an altar for Obatala and have alcohol all on the altar. That's forbidden for Obatala. You're not supposed to give Obatala alcohol. You're not supposed to give Obatala tobacco smoke. But it's like, stop jumping into things without taking the time to really study this. And that's the purpose for these books. You have the 30-day journey, which is telling you about the Orishas, learning their painted keys so that you can understand who the Orishas are. You have connecting with the ancestors so that you can learn how to connect with your ancestors. And you have the emerging butterfly so that you can learn about an awakening. But all too often, we want to take the easy road. We want to get the things that we need without studying, without investing in ourselves. We want everything for free. We don't want to pay for a cleansing. We don't want to pay for a ceremony. We don't want to get the consecrated Orishas. We don't want to, learn about them. We don't want anything like that. The only thing we want is just to get a statue or a leke of them and start working with them without understanding the energy first. It's like this stuff is impossible. You gotta take the time to study. You gotta take the time to study before just walking in it. Because when you just walk in it and you don't study anything, you start doing things wrong. And then when you get those consequences for doing things wrong, the first thing we say, oh, this is not for me. This is not the path for me. I think this is demonic. I think this is evil. No, it's not demonic. No, it's not evil. This is actually our religion. This is our original religion before we was pushed into Christianity. It's just you got to take the time to learn it. You got to come in with respect by actually following the processes, understanding the importance of it. And so, that's just, one of the things I just really wanted to get out of the way, and the one thing that I urge every single time, and it seemed like majority of the time people don't take heed to, until crazy stuff start happening in your life, the most important thing that you can learn how to do is how to cleanse yourself. Everybody want to jump and do a return to sender. Everybody, oh, this is happening. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Do we even realize what a return to sender is? A return to sender is sending magic back. It's active magic, which means that it's negative energy in your house, which is an indicator that you must be cleansing like crazy. And when you return this to sender, what happens when they try to return that back to you? Are you cleansing yourself? We want to keep doing the laziest approach and not doing everything right, but expect a good outcome. You have to learn how to get that spiritual hygiene. How do we cleanse our home? We take incense, and this is one of the things that Spirit was saying. It seemed like the only incense that people know is sage. When it comes to sage removes both negative and positive energy. It strips your house of everything. What does the Bible say when it talks about a spirit? It says that when you cast a spirit out, the spirit will roam in the air, and when it can't find anywhere else to land, it will come back to the place that it came from. If the only thing you use is sage, it fulfills the scripture where it says that the house is stripped clean and you didn't replace it with anything, so that spirit comes back and it brings other spirits with it to fortify it, and now it's even harder to get it out. We want to use just sage for every little thing. When you use sage, you're going around your house 2 times. You should go around the first time and recite your prayers, recite your psalms, telling negative energy and everything to leave. The second time, you're supposed to open a door or window that energy is leaving. But the one thing with sage, whenever you use sage, you must follow up with another incense. You now must follow up with a sweet incense. Now, since sage removed everything, both the negative and the positive, now we got to follow up with frankincense and myrrh, lavender, dragon blood. You need to do another incense after sage. If you do not have the time to do multiple incense, then don't do sage. Do frankincense and myrrh. Do sandalwood. Do dragon blood. Do lavender. Do rose, depending on what it is you're trying to manifest. But it's like, stop doing sage if you don't have the time to do other incense after that. Cleansings is important, and we're doing all of this of cleansing our homes, but do you not realize that you must cleanse yourself as well? You must be cleansed also. So the same way that you're taking that sage and you're cleansing your home, you must also take it and cleanse yourself. You got to let the smoke get all on you to cleanse yourself. Put it everywhere. And then once again, if you're using sage, now you have to follow up with something else and do the same thing to bring in good energy. You can do spiritual baths in order to cleanse yourself. You can do floor washes to cleanse your floor. One of the best and easiest floor washes is just water, a little dish soap, and ammonia or bleach. and mop your floor. Some of you are, spirituality is not this hard. It's not. It's not that hard to remove negative energy and remove witchcraft and everything from out of your life. It just takes consistency. When you know that there's heavy things in your space, in you, you must cleanse on a daily basis. And some of these things are things that we're supposed to be doing anyways, y'all. We mop almost every single day. Every day, when it's before it's time to go to bed, we clean from 9 to 10 every single day. As long as you're cleaning every single day, you're kind of good, because when you're cleaning, you're also cleansing. And so we make sure that there's no dishes in the sink before we go to bed. We're cleaning that sink out, cleaning the entire kitchen, making sure the couches and everything is put together, vacuuming if we need to vacuum, sweeping the floor, and then doing a spiritual floor mop, which is it's easy and simple. You can do water and ammonia, water and bleach, adding just a little dab of dish soap so that it's not too soapy, and cleansing your home. Normally, I like to leave the mop bucket by the front door, so then in the morning time, as during the night, while it's absorbing all of that negative energy, I pour the water out outside to release all of that energy. It's really not that complicated. But majority of you are seeing these negative things because honestly, you're just refusing to do the work. You must do cleansings. Cleansings is very important. If you are in the religion of working in Ifa, working in Santeria, I don't know how many times I've talked to people that's in the religion, and every time I ask, when was the last time you did a cleansing and Igbo? And it's been years. And it's like, well, you kind of wonder why things are going the way that it's going. Cleansings, Igbo, and readings, those three things are very important that you should be doing every month. You should learn how to do Igbo. You should learn how to do cleansings. You should learn how to do readings. And majority of these things, you'll learn, majority of this stuff is not going to be taught to you until you actually, get initiated in the religion. Until you get initiated in a religion, you should be getting with a priest so that they can do these things for you. But I promise you, it's not that complicated. Sometimes we have this crazy stuff in our lives because, honestly, we're just refusing to do the work. We just expect everything to be given to us, and we do everything with the Christian approach. It's just like, oh, all I got to do is pray. Well, if you believe that's all you have to do that and see how it works for you. But there's things that must be done, and this stuff is so easy. I get on to people all the time, y'all, this stuff only takes just come on, it just takes 30 minutes. In that time period where we clean from 9 to 10, it don't take long. You're just, as long as you're cleaning every single day, you're just cleaning what you use for the day. It shouldn't be, you doing dishes and you got to do three different washes in the dishwasher. No, half of the time we don't even have enough dishes to even run the dishwasher. And so it's you're just cleaning and cleansing every day. It's easy and simple. We get everything done every single day from 9 to 10, that we will easily wipe down all of the counters and everything downstairs. We'll sweep. We'll do the dishes. We'll make sure everything is put up, making sure the couches and everything is put back together. Once all of that is done, we'll do incense all around the house. Whatever incense we choose for the day, frankincense and myrrh, lavender, sandalwood, the 7 African power incense. After the incense, I tell Elijah to go to bed. We play the meditation music, and then I end it with a floor wash, and then boom, I'm done for the day. It is not that hard. It's not that complicated. And then the last thing that, Spirit was really saying, some of you are just going so crazy because you're addicted to readings. That's the reason why I don't do a lot of readings on my channel. Because some of you get so addicted to readings that you got to listen to this reader and this reader and this reader and this reader and this reader. And then this one is telling you you're under witchcraft. This one is telling you that something is about to happen. This one is telling you here. And you're not tapping in the spirit and saying, Spirit, which one is for me? Is this message for me? We think just because we heard the reading that it automatically is our reading, that it resonates with us, when these are general readings that people are putting out there, and it's not gonna resonate with every single person that watches the reading. And sometimes we are so addicted to readings that we force every reading to be ours. And that is a door opener. That is opening spiritual doors, because now you're claiming things that's not yours to claim. You're walking in things that's not yours to walk into. Everything we do, we must be led in spirit. We must be led by spirit and in truth. And if spirit did not lead us to this message, then that message is not for you. So those are just some of the basic things that I just kind of wanted to get through, because it's just like, some of you, it's just you're opening these portals and these gateways and not even realizing it. So what am I telling you to do? Rashad, what are you telling us to do? What I'm telling you to do today is that I'm telling you to please go to the store and get some incense and do incense around your house. Make sure you hit yourself as you're doing the incense. Do a floor wash, and whatever you do, make sure that you are cleaning your home before you go into bed. Make sure the dishes and everything is done. Make sure everything is put up. I don't know why this light is. Those things are just very, very important. And these, we skip these steps, and then I don't know. It's like we skip these steps, and then we wonder why things are just going chaotic. Thank you, Goon. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Sarabanda. Thank you, Risha. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Ola Dumare. Thank you, Ola Rome. Thank you, Ola Fee. And then I forgot, once we get done, cleaning and everything, I'll light a white candle and I'll light some incense. And then, we'll recite the Lord's Prayer. We'll recite Psalms 23, Psalms 91, Psalms 3, and Psalms 2, and Psalms 1. But I'm telling you, it's just like, because I'm like, even sometimes when it comes to people with prayers, it's like, even with that, sometimes people are not consistent. It's like we say it, but then it's like, when it's time to actually do it, we don't. Okay, there we go. I was left inside and won all those cards. And remember, take what resonates. Never force a reading. Never force a reading to resonate with you. Take what resonates. Wish fulfillment. Because this is going to be a reading that's not going to resonate with everybody. This is a reading that's not going to resonate with everybody. Oh yeah, this is definitely not a reading that's gonna resonate with everybody, because I'm like, damn, I need some yeah, there's a change that's getting ready to happen. And, yep, taking initiative is at the bottom of the deck. Let me get some more light. Because this light is keep changing. I'm like, okay, now with that light on too, hopefully it stays the same. Oof. Man, this is such I have such a heaviness right now, because like I said, I don't mind. I love spirituality, but some people, it's like we keep dabbling in it. We keep dabbling in it, and we're not, really studying it. We just doing a little bit just to get by, instead of really taking the time to study and doing the things that we need to do. And people are like, well, where do I start? I've already given you books and everything else that you can start learning about this stuff. We have the community that you guys can get with, but like always, we don't want to invest in anything. With the community, there's daily readings and weekly readings of different stuff. And then we have and then readings. I also want to add, with the readings, I'm changing the readings up. I'm no longer doing like video readings. When people book readings now, I'm emailing them the reading. I like doing it that way, so I get more time to focus. It's more detailed. So I do like writing the readings now and then sending them out. So that's how I'm doing readings going forward. Honestly, this is a reading right now for, it looked like someone that left a relationship. It looked like someone that left a relationship, and this is a relationship they weren't supposed to leave. That, somebody could have left the person that they were supposed to be with. Remember, only take what resonates. If this is not for you, it's not for you. But this is specifically for someone that left a relationship, because this is a going back to that person. You have, as the overall energy, you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is all about abundance, luxury, being self-sufficient, elegance. This is also the card of discernment as well. But right now, the Nine of Pentacles is talking about, the abundance, the security, the independence, and everything that comes with this card. But it's paired with the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is all about resting and retreating and an ending. And so it's saying that right now, somebody is going through this stage where their abundance, it seemed like it disappeared. This is someone that had a completely your life has changed. You could have went from living really comfortable to now just barely making it, living paycheck to paycheck. And this is something that is extremely noticeable, because when you're in the Nine of Pentacles, people notice your abundance. People look at you and they say, hey, you got it all together. You got it all figured out. That people will look at you and say that, hey, I want to be like you. I want to learn the steps that you did so that I can get here as well. You're one pentacle away from the 10 of Pentacles, but the Nine of Pentacles is a really good space. And this is someone that is extremely abundant. But with it paired with the Four of Swords, it's saying that this abundance have left you. So this is someone that could have, dressed very elegant, always in brand name clothes, and, driving a nice car, living in a nice home, living in a nice neighborhood, to now all of a sudden just wearing a t-shirt and some jeans, driving a A to B car, a car that's just only gonna get you to point A and point B. That you cannot take this car out of town. This car is too beat up, and depending on people now. Now you're staying, it's like staying in a good neighborhood to staying in the hood, staying in the projects. This is a decline in somebody's life, that abundance have left you. And you have as the clarifier, the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is all about balance. It's saying that, look, balance have to be restored in your life, because this abundance have left. And the way this balance is going to be restored back in your life, you have as the hidden emotions, you have commitment, you have running, and you have loyalty. So, like I said, take what resonate. If it's not for you, it's not for you. When I do readings, it's not about getting views. It's not about any of that. It's only about talking to the person that I'm supposed to be talking to. And in this overall energy, Spirit is urging somebody to go back to a relationship. Spirit is telling this person that you need to go back to the person that you were committed to. And this could be a marriage. The commitment card is a card of marriage. So this is somebody that could have been married to somebody, and Spirit is saying, you need to go back. You need to go back to this, because if you have not noticed, your abundance have declined. This is somebody that's going in the stores, and for the first time in your life, your card has declined. This is someone that is experiencing a loss financially, and it's all because their life is not balanced right now. And so Spirit is telling this person that you need to go back to the person that you were committed to. We love using scriptures, and to the scriptures actually, wake up our shadow side. We love saying, whatever God has put together, let no man tear it apart, until we're the ones that tore it apart, and now we're getting the consequence for it. We love those scriptures until it worked against us. But Spirit is saying that this is someone that could have been married, and Spirit is saying that you need to go back to this person. And then even with this, it's you have running. Running is also the card of ghosting, that you could have ran away from this relationship. You could have ghosted this person. You could have ran away and joined another relationship and completely abandoned this person. But now Spirit is telling you that you need to run back. It's something to do with time here. For some reason, I don't know. Spirit is not revealing that to me, and I only like to stay focused on the things that Spirit is actually revealing. But there is a sense of time here, because the Temperance card, it speaks about time, and running speaks about time as well. That for some reason, time is of the essence here. Why is it a specific time? I don't know. Spirit is not revealing that part. And I don't want to focus on the things that Spirit is not revealing. But there is something to do with time here that Spirit is saying you need to go back to this person and you need to run back, because I don't know, maybe if you don't go back in enough time, this person is going to end up finding somebody else, or it could be a number of things, but Spirit is urging a rush in this reconnection. And then you have loyalty, that Spirit is saying that you need to go into this relationship and you need to be loyal. You need to be loyal to this connection. So honestly, the overall energy is telling me that this is somebody that was in a connection and you could have taken that relationship for granted. That you didn't see that the person that you were with was either your soulmate or your twin flame. That this was some type of destined connection that you were supposed to be in, but you ended this relationship, and now because of that, you're going through this financial loss. That look how the Nine of Pentacles is dressed, very elegant, in an expensive robe. Pentacles is all around, and you went from that to now being stripped away, and you're laying down and you're tired and you're exhausted. You know, this is someone that has truly fallen from grace, and it's all because you made a move outside of the will of God, it looked like, because this was a destined connection for you. This could have been the very thing that you prayed for, and Spirit is saying that you need to fix this and you need to go back. When you look at the crossing energy is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is someone that's very weary right now. This is someone that is crying over spilled milk. When you look at the card, you have 3 cups that spilled over, and then you have 2 cups in the upright behind the person. The person is looking at the 3 cups that is spilled over in front of them, which means that, because the 3 of Cups is a third party connection. So this is someone that could have put their partner in a third party connection. That this was someone that was cheating while they was in this relationship or marriage, that they were entertaining other people, and now, because especially with the running card here, this person could have left this marriage or left this connection thinking that the grass was greener on the other side, but now the very person that they ran to, this light is, but now the very person that they ran to, that connection is no more, because the 3 of Cups has fallen down. The 3, this light is getting me. The 3 of Cups, when you look at it in a picture, it has fallen down. Those 3 cups is what this person is mourning. And so, this person is in their head now, that they're thinking, and they are like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? Because they like, I left this connection for this 3 of Cups. I left this connection for this other person, and now this other person did to me what I did to them, and so now they're in this deep contemplation about what it is that they should do. This is someone that's down, they're depressed, they're drained, and they're like, what am I supposed to do? But when you look behind them, the 2 cups that's behind them is upright. It's not spilled over. And so Spirit is telling this person, if you look behind you, you will see that those 2 cups are still upright. And so this is someone that Spirit is saying, the current relationship that you're in, which is what's in front of you, it's not working. This is something that, that you guys could be putting each other through third parties. You're cheating on them, they cheating on you, that this is coming to an end. But Spirit is saying, I need you to turn around and I need you to go back. I need you to go back to that other relationship because these cups are still upright. And so even though this person could have did a lot of things in their last relationship, Spirit is still urging this person to go back because clearly there's still love there. And so if you're the type of person where you like, oh no, I don't get back with exes and all of this other stuff, then this reading is not for you. And this reading is not for the collective anyways. This reading is clearly talking to a karmic. This is someone that Spirit blessed them with a divine connection. And when they were in this connection, they did not realize how divine this connection was. And this is someone that took this relationship for granted. And now they're experiencing the consequences of leaving this connection that Spirit has put together. That this is someone that is declining and you see a huge change in their finances, that this person is out of balance. And now Spirit is saying, you got to go back and you got to get committed. You got to go running back. You got to be loyal. And right now in their current state, this person is very weary and very depressed because they know the pain that they gave this person in this marriage or in this relationship, and they're afraid to go back. They're afraid to face what they have done. They're afraid to face what they have said. They're afraid to face the person when they brought this person nothing but pain and they left them for another person. But Spirit is urging this person to go back. When you look at the clarifiers, the first clarifier is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is all about an illusion, that there's falsehood here, that this is just, it's smoke and mirrors. It's a mirage, that, what you thought you were going to get is something completely different. And it's saying that this illusion is tied to the Four of Wands, that someone's home life is flipped upside down, that this is someone that's not happy at home. This is someone where it's a lot of manipulation. It's a lot of deception going on right now. It's not even fights and arguments, because if it was fights and arguments, we would get the Five of Wands or the Five of Swords. This is someone that's going through a strong illusion. And so whenever illusions is in the home, it's saying that one or both parties is manipulating each other, deceiving each other, tricking each other. And with the Three of Cups being spilled over in the picture of the Five of Cups, it could be both of these people are cheating on each other, or one is cheating on the other party, where it's saying right now, this home life is not serving your highest good. It's nothing but confusion, chaos, manipulation, and deception with the Seven of Cups being paired with the Four of Wands. But the Hierophant is here, and the Hierophant is God. And so the Hierophant is here in order to remove this illusion. And we already got the message that the Hierophant is trying to give, which is saying you need to go back, you need to run back, and you need to learn how to be loyal. And if that's not clear enough, now we have, as the hidden emotion for the crossing energy, we have second chance. It's time for this person to roll the dice and try to take a chance and go back. But the only reason that this person is not going back right now is because they're very weary. This is someone that is shameful of the actions that they took. This is someone that's extremely shameful and filled with shame and anguish on what they did. And they're afraid to go back to face what they have done. to deal with what they have to deal with what they did. This is someone that don't want to face that. This is someone that don't want to go back and say, hey, I know I burned down your house, but can you give me a room? This is someone that's afraid. They don't want to deal with the chaos that they brought into somebody else's life. You have in the crowning energy, which is what you need to do in order to solve the problem. And the problem here is you have someone that is that has a complete life change. This is someone that was the Nine of Pentacles. This is someone that was robed in luxury, had prosperity and abundance, didn't have to want for anything. And now all of that have ceased with the Four of Swords. And now the Temperance is saying you need to regain balance of your life. And the way you regain balance is getting back in a committed relationship, running in loyalty. But so that is the part of the dilemma. Then the other dilemma is Spirit is saying that this person is extremely depressed and they don't want to face what they have done. And the current place that they're living now, they're lying to each other. They're manipulating each other. They're deceiving each other. And so God is saying, look, what I need you to do is I need you to go back so that you can get a second chance. And so now the crowning energy is here and it's saying, well, this is what we need to do in order to solve this problem. You have, as the crowning, you have the Two of Cups, which was already represented in the Five of Cups, because the Two of Cups is right here behind this person in the upright. And so now we really physically have the Two of Cups that is saying you need to go back and give your cup of love to this person. You have, as the clarifier, you have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is all about giving, reciprocating. So this is somebody with the Six of Pentacles being here as your advice of what you need to do. This is somebody that was extremely selfish. This was somebody that was a taker. You always took from the other person and you never gave. You never reciprocated. Everything had to go your way. It was your way or the highway, because the Six of Pentacles is saying you need to burn that shit. You need to remove that shit. And you need to reciprocate and give back to this person. That you cannot be a taker and always take from somebody else's cup without reciprocating and giving back. And so Spirit is saying that you must reciprocate. And when you get to this point that you're ready to reciprocate, that's when you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about rushing in. The Knight of Swords is a very strong energy, because when it comes to swords, swords is an energy of truth. Swords is an energy that removes illusions. It removes illusions. It removes falsehood. And it brings in truth and clarity. The Knight of Swords is also someone that do not take no for an answer. This is someone that is willing to deal with what they have done. That is no more in regret. It's no more in shame. It's no more in anguish, but it's someone that is willing to fight and say, you know what? I fucked up. I did things wrong. I'm here to apologize, and I'm here to right my wrong, because the swords bring truth. It illuminates things. It brings clarity into the situation. And so Spirit is urging this person that you need to go in, that it's not about rushing in just to have sex or just to be with somebody or just to have a shelter. You know, Spirit is saying, I need you to rush in and I need you to tell the truth. I need you to give clarity. I need you to be able to, communicate, because swords is also the cards of communication. I need you to be able to communicate what it is that you truly feel and what it is that you have been through. This person that I'm talking to is having memories about the person that they are supposed to be with. and they are feeling extremely lonely without this person. They feel withdrawn. It's funny how all of these cards are so connected, and you see this energy in every card, because you see the Two of Swords over here. You see the withdrawal in this energy as well as over here. You see the memories in this energy as well. And so this is someone that is having memories of the person that they're supposed to be with, and they feel extremely withdrawn. They feel lonely. They feel out of it without this person being in their life. This is someone that is realizing that, sometimes we have to lose things in order to appreciate it. And now, since this person has lost their connection, they're realizing, you know what? This last person actually made me happy. I was actually happy when I was with them. I actually was able to smile. We actually had good moments and good memories, because this person is not getting this in their current state. In their current state, the only thing that they're experiencing is illusions, manipulation, deception, and trickery. And so this is someone that is now learning how to appreciate what they had, what God Himself gave this person as a blessing. Challenge position. We have in the challenge position, we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a fresh start. It's the seed. Pages are the beginning of things, and pages are physical as well. This is something you can touch, you can feel, you can smell, you can hug, you can punch, whatever you want to do with it. But this is something that is a seed. And so what Spirit is saying, you need to plant the seed so that you can receive the harvest. There's something that needs to be done. And it's already telling this person, this is a very active energy that Spirit is, if this message is not for you, it's not for you. But this is someone that made a huge mistake, that Spirit is telling them that you need to fix this mistake. You have the Judgment card in reverse. The Judgment card, when it's in the upright, it's all about an awakening. It's about Spirit talking to you, telling you what it is you need to do. When it's in reverse, it's yourself. It's yourself talking. This is someone that feels really guilty right now. This is someone that hates themselves right now, that they're going through inner chaos and conflict. This is someone that is keep reliving everything that they have done. And now even looking at the combination of this, with the Page of Pentacles being the seed, it seemed like this is what you have planted. You're attacking yourself. This is not someone that is self-sabotaging. This is someone that is beating themselves up, and it's like, why did I do this? Why did I not do the right thing? This is someone that is really attacking themselves right now, because now since this person is realizing, is living the consequence of their actions, they're hating every moment of it, and they're beating themselves up. This is someone that is beating themselves up every single day, where it's like, why could I not just communicate? Why could I not just have loved this person? Why could I not? This is someone that is literally beating themselves up because they hate the choice that they made. But Spirit is saying that this energy must be released. You have releasing here. Spirit is saying that you must release this energy. So this is the challenge. The goal for this person is, first, the layout of the consequence of what this person is going through, because that was the first thing we seen in the overall energy. Spirit is saying that you have had a complete change in your life. That you went from having an easy life, living comfortable, to now barely making it. And every single day you are in your mind thinking that you're going to strike poverty at any moment. And Spirit is saying this is a direct result because of the choices that you made. This is a natural consequence. This is not a judgment from God. This is not God being mad at you. This is literally because of the choice that you made. And Spirit is saying that you need to balance this. You need to balance this out. And the way that you're going to balance this out is that you got to get committed. You got to get committed. So basically, if commitment is coming out, that means that this person was not faithful. And so now Spirit is saying that this person is they need to be committed. Now Spirit is saying that this person need to run back. Spirit is saying that this person need to be loyal. Now this crossing energy is telling their emotional state. The emotional state is saying that this person is extremely depressed. This person is not doing well at all emotionally. This person is keep looking at the Three of Cups, which means that this person was caught in a third party situation, that they left their divine connection for a fling. This was somebody that was willing to follow passion instead of a divine connection. This is somebody that just wanted a quick nut, and now it's like, well, you got it, but look at the consequences of that. And so this is someone that's extremely depressed, and they're keep looking at this Three of Cups that they chose over their divine partner. And Spirit is saying, if you just look behind you, you will see that the Two of Cups is still in the upright, and all you got to do is turn around and go back to that. This person is under heavy illusions where these are this person is in another relationship and they're just lying to each other, manipulating and deceiving each other. God is here and telling this person that you need to go back and get a second chance. The crowning energy is saying that, look, it's confirming what the Five of Cups said, that the Two of Cups is still available to you. So whoever this is, whoever you left, this person still have a heart for you. Because, I mean, it clearly, Spirit is not going to tell you to go back if it's not a way for you to go back. God is not going to tell you to do something if you don't have the provisions and everything that you need in order to accomplish what it is that he's telling you to do. And so if Spirit is telling you to go back, then clearly Spirit is going to give you everything that you need in order for this to be a success. And Spirit is saying in order for this to be a success, you can't be selfish. You got to be able to give and be reciprocal this time around. You got to reciprocate. And Spirit is saying that you need to go in truth. Don't go in being a liar. Don't go in lying, because that's the energy here. And this is why this relationship is not working out. It's people lying to each other, deceiving each other, tricking each other. Spirit is saying don't do that. There is memories here that you're thinking about the person, so you don't have to worry about, oh, who am I supposed to go back to? Spirit is saying you're already thinking about this person and you feel lonely without this person. You feel, and you know, that's the one thing about it. Whenever there's a soulmate or a twin flame, you do feel a sense of withdrawal. You feel empty without your twin flame. And now here, this is someone that is really beating themselves up. This is someone that is beating themselves up, and Spirit is saying that this needs to be released. Card at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups, which is saying a wish fulfillment is going to happen. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment, so it's saying what it is that you have been praying for, you're going to get. But the way that you're going to get it is by you stepping out and doing the things that Spirit is telling you to do. The card at the bottom of the deck for the hidden emotions is perception. Your perception must change. You must change the way that you're thinking and viewing things. The angel number is 555, which talks about change. And we already see the change that Spirit is telling us that we need to make. And then the card at the bottom of the deck is 1221, which talks about taking initiative. It's time for you to take charge. And that is the energy of the King of Swords, where it's like it's time for you to go in truth and clarity. And that is the reading. You know, it was a lot of information added on this. And, you know, life is better when we do the things that Spirit is telling us to do. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's anything else I need to add. I've added as much as I could. I wasn't even planning on doing a reading this week. If you want to order my books, you can order my books on Amazon. And that's the reading for the week, y'all. The only thing that I can tell you, let's let's not get addicted to readings. Let's not get addicted. We don't have to watch 18 readers every single day. We need to pace ourselves. You know, some of you are drained because of the choices and stuff that you are making. It's like we don't need to get readings in order for us to be in a good mindset. I don't know. I guess that's it for me. you know, uh let's just do the things Spirit is telling us to do. Do our cleansings, do our Ebo, get our readings. If you want to book a reading, the information is going to be in the description. Remember, I'm just going to email the reading to you. And that's it. That's it, y'all. I'm done.